about yourself.
Well, I'm the head of the Gambling Commission here at Midlands.
And are you aware of why you are here in trial today?
Yes, I've been falsely accused of accepting a bribe from Avery Bancroft.
Did you accept the bribe from Avery Bancroft?
No.
Did you vote for Avery Bancroft's proposal?
Yes, I did, but so did my colleague.
How many proposals did the commission receive?
The proposal was brought two different proposals. One by Avery Bancroft, who is the owner of the Black Bear Casino, and the other was by Shannon Stark and her partner, L.C. Longstreet.
Could you please explain to the court some of the pros and cons between the proposal of Shannon Stark?
Well, Shannon Stark and Mr. Longstreet's proposal was said to have bigger economic benefit to the community, but Miss Stark had no prior experience as a businesswoman. In fact, she's a professional gambler, and Mr. Longstreet had recently had his amusement park shut down.
And may you please explain some of the pros and cons between the proposal of Avery Bancroft?
Yeah. Miss Bancroft had a great, well-detailed proposal. It may have been a little smaller, but she had a real drive for success. And not only that, but she also told me that she was going to donate most of her profits to nonprofit organizations.
How many times did you meet with Ms. Bancroft?
Well, we met on several occasions.
And what did you discuss when you met with Ms. Bancroft?
We discussed the proposal.
When did you really come to your conclusion that you were going to vote for Ms. Bancroft's proposal?
I came to the conclusion after meeting with Ms. Stark and Mr. Longstreet on April 14th. And to me, it just seemed like all they cared about was raking in big profits. They didn't care about paying a good wage or about any of their employees or the community around them. They just wanted to make money.
Mr. Covington, I'd like to move on from the proposal. Have you heard the testimonies in trial today?
Yes, I did.
Have you heard the testimony of Corey Hyde?
Yeah.
Did you hear Corey Hyde say that you said on April 13th to Ms. Bancroft, "What do you have for me?"
Yes, I did hear her say that.
Could you explain this statement?
Well, when I said, "What do you have for me?" it was a meeting, and I assumed that she had brought me something to read or anything, so I was just asking her, "What do you have for me?"
And please explain the statement Corey Hyde made of when you said, "I'm going to need $250,000 reasons to vote for your proposal."
Well, I mean, I use that expression a lot of the time when I need somebody to prove to me that, like in the situation where I thought that the other proposal was better because all I had known before meeting with anybody was that the other proposal of Ms. Stark and Mr. Longstreet was a greater economic benefit, and that sounds great. But after meeting with her, I knew that her proposal was much better.
And finally, could you please explain the statement Corey Hyde said that you said, "I'd like a new one of these if you catch my drift"?
Well, as you know, I'm the head of the Gambling Commission, and I got to keep up appearances. So I was just kind of making a joke that I need to get one of my other briefcases to carry around because this one's looking kind of old.
Now, you've also heard the testimony of your stepsister, Tracy Minito.
Yeah, I did.
Did you hear Tracy Minito, your stepsister, testify that she found a bank statement that had a $200,000 deposit in your name?
Yes, I did.
Please explain to the court where this money came from.
Well, I often go to the casino, you know, and I don't always go to the bank, so sometimes it just collects at my house and I just leave it there. My office is supposed to be held private and nobody is supposed to go in there, but I guess she did and saw the money that I'd been collecting, basically.
I'd like to also move on to the testimony of Pat Sikorsky. Now, you heard Pat Sikorsky testify that Ms. Bancroft's hair, fingerprints, and cologne was found inside your briefcase. How do you think that might have came about?
I'd rather not say.
Mr. Covington, you're on oath right now. How did Ms. Bancroft's fingerprints appear on your briefcase?
Well, Miss Bancroft and I had been in a very long-term secret late relationship. And it had to be kept a secret because she's a casino owner and I'm the gambling commissioner. It would look terrible for us.
So when do you think Ms. Bancroft's fingerprints may have come upon your briefcase?
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Well, sometimes we would meet up after work and my briefcases would be around and she would have to move them out of the way. I'm sorry. She sometimes, I mean, she even knows the code to it because I would have her stuff in mine, and sometimes I'd ask her to get my phone. I mean, we had. I'm sorry.
So it's possible that she may have touched your briefcase.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Mr. Covington.
Of course.
Your Honor, at this time, I have no further questions for this witness.